Perfect.
used to it. Okay, first things first, you're going to get your reservoir and your canister right in here. You'll want to clamp this off.
Okay.
This is where the blood is going to come in from the field. Next, you want to get your suction line going.
Okay.
Suction line right here. Always on the side with the one. And this is going to go over to your net tube.
Yeah. Wish there's not one, but okay.
What's up?
I said, wish there's not one, but okay.
Yeah. So suction lines, you'll want to set your suction. ABB guidelines is around 80 to 120.
Mm-hmm.
Okay if you guys go up to 150 if they ask for more suction, but anything you want to keep it below that, just to try to prevent the lysis of cells.
Yes.
So I don't know what you guys usually set it at. Usually 120.
120 we set it.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, that should be fine. 120. Keep that on the suction. Next, hook up your surgical line to the field. This will be passed off sterilely from the scrub tech.
Okay.
This will be the lines you guys get right here.
Okay.
Blue cap on it, blue goes to blue, you can go to any one of these three right here. This right here is for your anticoagulant.
Okay.
Are you guys using hep saline?
So heparin or citrate?
Yeah, correct. Heparin or citrate. I don't know if you guys mix it, but it's 30,000 units per liter. That's kind of the
yeah,
dosage. And
2000.
if someone has a heparin allergy, then yeah, citrate, just like you said. So you're gonna spike it, prime with about 200 cc's. After that, use this roller clamp right here to slow it down to a drip per second.
Okay.
Just so something's coming through the lines at all times, it doesn't collapse.
Perfect.
Questions so far?
Nope.
All right. Next, here and set up the bowl. That's the way I kind of like to do this. It's going to come nice and neatly packed. So I'll put my hand right here.
Okay.
Kind of let it jump out of my arm so nothing's coming out on the floor or anything like that. Lines right there. Put this in. You want to press this down so it locks into place. There's 6 clamps on the bottom. After that, use your finger. Basically kind of guide this lock to it. Turn it to hear a click and then give it a spin. If it spins freely, you're good to go. With this right here, this can be a lot of people's source of contention if you've never used it before. Just some kind of tips for this. As you see, this can kind of get pushed down like this. It can go a bunch of different ways. So how people mess up is they'll kind of put their hand right here and it's not going to lock onto you like that. So I want both these lines to be loose.
Okay.
And then I want this square right here to be parallel with the back of the machine.
Okay.
From there, it should slide on for you pretty easy, just like that. But
Little tricks.
the little tricks, yeah. I had enough people get on me about it, so try to make it as easy as possible. Next, once that's in, put your effluent line in. This is basically your waste detector. So your platelets, plasma, irrigation are all going to come out through here. Everything that's not a red blood cell. Yep. After that, pick up your waste bag. Down here. I always like to make sure this is nice and tight. It's a 10-liter bag. This will give you a warning at about 9 saying it's almost full. If that's the case, if this gets filled, you'll need to empty this out into a canister, into a bucket, into a Neptune, whatever you guys would normally do.
Okay.
When you are emptying it, just don't empty it below this 1. The reason being is the machine uses air from this bag to be able to process everything. So if you suck out all the air, it's going to give you like an air point on the machine.
Okay.
There's a caution marker right there to let you know. So
Okay.
don't go above 9 and don't go below 9. Next. Here. Alright, so I want to loop this around here like this. Give a little pull so it sits on this ledge. Floss this line in so it's nice and deep. And these 4 right here should kind of just line up easy. We'll just have a hole. Lock that. Apply a little bit of pressure, lock that. Should be good to go.
Okay.
Questions with that?
No.
Pretty straightforward.
Yep.
Your red is always going to go to your red cap down here. tight. Undo that. Yep, so your yellow is for your wash solution, basically your normal saline.
Okay.
I like to keep them down there. Just a heads up, this is going to wash about a liter per bowl.
Okay.
So if you guys are using these smaller bags down here, I would, if you think there's a chance there's going to be enough blood loss, I would just hook up 2, just so you're not having to constantly change them out during
Okay.
the here. And this is where your finished product goes. Clamp off both of these come unclamped.
Okay.
And then it's a 6-foot line. It can go wherever you need in the room, over by anesthesia, up here, wherever you guys would like it. And yeah, this is where they'll re-infuse from. Good things to know, blood is good in here for up to 6 hours.
Okay.
Blood's good in this bag for up to 8 hours. Normally we don't see a problem with this because anesthesia gives it back pretty fast. With this right here, if you're ever in a long case that's been sitting there, it's like 6 hours from once it hits the canister. I would just run this blood. It can sit in here, it just can't sit out there, or it will lose the sterility.
Okay.
So just heads up, normally we don't, I mean, it depends on what kind of cases would you guys normally use it in? Or
Spinal case.
spine, yeah. So spines can go long sometimes. That's why I say if this is ever been sitting there, press the fill button, I'll show you how to do that, and just let it sit in here, just can't sit out there. It's
Okay.
been long enough. Next, so that's your basic setup. Questions?
No.
Pretty straight. I'll go over